Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I pack my check bag as a photographer. Typically when I travel both as a dancer and as a photographer. After visiting over 55 countries, I have learned to optimize the way I pack, and I'm hoping that you learn something from this video. Before you decide to copy another person's way of packing, always remember that you are in control and that you should pack the way it best suits you. Two of the most important things you're going to need before you start packing are these two devices. One is a tracking device and the other one is to weight your bag. When picking a bag, I think it's important to have a bag that has at least two compartments that are completely separate one from the other. I tend to get this type of bags where they tend to be about 30 inches long, they have multiple compartments, and that helps me keep things organized. Now I always begin at the bottom, and by doing so, I tend to place the heaviest things in that area. In the main compartment is where I always pack my underwear, my regular clothing, my gym clothing, my rehearsal clothing, my dance costumes, my evening wear, and my swimming trunks. And in this compartment here is where I normally throw in my dirty stuff. On the opposite end, I also have this compartment, and this is where I normally put like my shampoo, my body wash, lotions, my Apple Watch accessories, and other small things. And lastly, on this compartment, I put in the weigh scale, so that way if I ever go to the airport and I need to re-weight my bag, I can quickly do so without being cheated by the airline. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know that for the most part, I always travel with two lights. And for that reason, I always bring two stands that I get on Amazon. These were about $20 each, and the length of these is about 20 inches. I also bring a silver coated umbrella if I want more reflection or if I'm shooting during the day. And I also bring a white coated umbrella if I want a softer light. Aside from that, I may also bring gels to change the lights or to correct light. And in the same compartment, I also toss in all of the chargers for my batteries and all of the chargers for my computers and or hub that I usually bring when I go abroad. That way I can charge multiple things at the same time. In the same compartment, I also put in my shoes and usually my socks. Another thing that I do to lessen the weight on my carry-on or my backpack is that the Profotos B10 and the A2s have this device where you can hook it to your stand, but because you can't take them off, I often take them off and toss this part into the check bag. It is important to know that for most international flights, most airlines allow you to carry up to 50 pounds in economy, which is the equivalent of 23 kilos. Some might differ and just give you 20 or even 18. So by having this scale at all times, you can always take things out and perhaps put it in your carry-on and avoid paying higher fees for an overweight bag. Once the bag is fully packed, I weigh it one more time to determine whether I need to bring more stuff or take things out if the bag is too heavy. And just know that regardless of the weather, which does change the way I pack, I still follow the same principle. I bring in my stands for the lights. I also bring the same modifiers, which are typically umbrellas. And if I need to bring winter clothing, then I pack a lot less clothing for casual wear, and I tend to make everything match. So in essence, when I go to winter places, most of my clothing tends to be black, and therefore I don't have to worry about whether one clothing matches the other, and that way I'm neutral throughout the day. One very important note though, if I'm getting hired to do a bigger production, wherever it is that I may go, I do tend to bring a second bag, and then I pass that expense to the client. Or I ask if there's a place where I can rent the equipment and avoid bringing another bag altogether. And that's it. That's how I pack my bag. If you like this video, or if you learn anything, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell notification for future videos. Until next time, and like always, take care.